It may not look like much, but on Tuesday, the offices above this antique store in New Jersey will be the epicenter of American politics.
When the first numbers start coming in here on Election Day, how crazy does it get?
Well, there is a buzz.
Joe Lenski will know election results before almost anybody. His company gathers exit poll information used by a consortium of the TV networks and the Associated Press to help quickly project who won and why.
We will be at 1,000 polling locations, and we will interview more than 100,000 people.
I'm taking national election polls.
Exit polls?
Exit polls. Would you
The
like to
process
fill out
begins with surveys conducted outside polling places.
I voted Democrat across the board.
3 times a day, that info is called into headquarters and eventually funneled to organizations like CBS News, where it's dissected by Kathleen Frankovic, our director of surveys.
For example, what was the biggest issue on the voters' minds? Were there any major demographic differences in how people voted?
But in recent years, exit polling has been at the center of controversy.
Bulletin, Florida pulled back into the undecided column.
In 2000, bad polling data from a previous consortium called Voter News Service added to the confusion over who carried Florida. 2 years later, the same outfit had a crippling computer glitch. Lenski's group took over for 2004, but young pollsters tended to interview young voters, skewing the results. By midday, preliminary exit poll data leaked out to the internet, giving the false impression that Senator John Kerry would be president.
And that is how exit polls have gotten the reputation for having been very wrong when they were a little wrong. There's this vacuum on Election Day in which people are just desperate to know what's going to happen.
Now they'll have to wait even longer. This year, exit poll information will be withheld from the consortium until 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
We're going to be extraordinarily careful in what we say about an outcome.
Lenski's team has also shortened the questionnaire, improved pollster training, and is moving the pollsters closer to voting areas to improve accuracy.
But it's not like predicting the weather. It's not an inexact science. Is
Well,
that
I
right?
think they're getting better with the weather, too. But we learn years after years, and we look at our models and we reevaluate every year.
It'll be up to the public and the polling wonks
I want you to look at Ohio State.
to pick apart the data in the weeks and months to come.
You don't do this if you don't get excited by looking at data and by looking at numbers and information.